Yeah, hi guys. So today I'm going to just cover a very small and a short video as to how to identify stocks where you need to invest or if there's any signs that the stock is going to fall. So very short video. I've logged on to the tradingview.com, which is a free charting library, and I've just shortlisted my stock Tata Steel, and I've put some indicators. I'll just remove these indicators and teach you from starting. Okay. So right now I've just taken the chart and I've put a daily chart. So daily over here means that every candle represents a day. Okay. So I've taken a daily chart. So whenever you want to have a short term, like 3 to 4 months or 5 to 12 months of a view, you take a daily chart so that you will come to know what is the positional trend of the stock. So you take a daily chart and you add some indicators to it. So the first indicator that I'm going to add is the Hull moving average. This is basically a lagging indicator, but it gives you a sense of the trend. And I will just try to change its size so it's visible. um, just make it more thick and a little different color. Let me give it orange. Yeah, so this should be perfect. So over here the Hull moving average is actually telling you the trend. You can see when the curve is going up, the trend is up, and the curve is shifting towards downside, the prices are going down. Again the same, when the trend is sideways, the stock will show sideways movement for some day. But if it's not falling vertically like this, if the curve is not vertically like this one, that means the stock price is not going to come down sooner, but it will move sideways. And then if you see, there's a upside over here, the curve has moved on the upside. So this is basically a generic indicator of the stock movement, but you should not rely only on one indicator. That's the first rule of identifying any stock using technical indicators. You can add another familiar indicator, which is the relative strength index, which is the RSI. Just add the RSI over here, and you can see the RSI and the curve together will tell you the story. So relative strength index is basically shows what is the strength of the stock price vis-a-vis its average stock price or average stock range. And overall, it how does the stock, is it in overbought zone or is it in oversold zone? So what is overbought zone and what is oversold zone? So whenever the stock is outside its average daily volume and 30-day daily volume of deliveries or trading, it becomes overbought zone. So generally any RSI above 73 is an overbought zone, and stock starts to correct when it touches the 73.75. Okay, over here you can see that stock is touching 73, and from here the correction starts. And if the stock touches below 30, the stock is in the oversold zone, and from here the stock can move upside. So combination of Hull moving average and RSI will give you a perfect trend relation, and you can use this for your positional trades. Like when I say positional, suppose I had seen this graph in the month of May, I know that the RSI is average, the Hull moving average is moving upwards, I would have entered over here, and till now I have not got any sell signal. I must have sold it over here when I got a sell signal. But if I was a longer term investor, I wouldn't have sold. But if my positional call was of 1 or 2 months, I would have just checked it on daily basis, and once the curve starts to go down, I would have booked my profit, right? A very simple indicator. So along with the curve, you also have to see where is the RSI. If the RSI is in the overbought zone, this is the overbought zone above 70. You can see the indicator is over here 20, 40, 60, and if you hover the mouse over here, it will tell you it's 70. Above 70, it's an overbought zone. Below 30, it's in a oversold zone. So you can buy here and you can book profits at this level. But this does not always hold true if you're trading in the stock, or you have a very short horizon like 3 to 5 days. So you cannot use a daily candle for 3 to 5 days because you need to see that short term trend. For that, you can either use a 1 hour chart. An hourly chart is good enough to tell you about the trend, and the same logic applies over here. But if you see, the RSI over here is not quite clear, right? If I go back to my daily chart, the daily chart was much more clearer. The RSI trend was much more clearer because it is simple logic. The more the time period you take, the trend will be much more clearer. But in the short term, the stock can be volatile, and it will exhibit confusing this thing. But if you're a day trader, what should you do if you're a day trader? So if you're a day trader, take a 5-minute chart and see what's happening over here. So like today in morning when the stock was, stock opened at 358, and two candles, three candles, four candles, four big candles on the upside, hull moving average on the upside, RSI above 85. Now this is generally a sell call, right? But today the stock was not exhibiting any weakness, and it started to fall once it reached around 370. But you see, after the RSI fell back to 45, it again rose to 53, and the stock closed almost at 372, right? So this is generally a sell signal, but you have to also see what are the powerful indicators, like your, four green candles, one above the other. That means the previous candle is opened and closed above the previous candle. This is above the previous candle. This is above the previous candle. The hull moving average is upside. The RSI is on the upside. So the stock is exhibiting strong trend. Also, you need to check whether there is any news in the stocks. Okay, I'll just take a daily chart, and I'll tell you over here in the trading view. It also tells you about the results. So if there is any results, this strategy will not work, mostly because results are more or less sentiment driven, and the sentiments, they are already priced in the stock price. Okay, so the sentiments will be already priced in your curves and your candlestick. It will already be priced, so you cannot do anything about that. But when there is no earning season, you can find a good trend and a stock to enter. Let me know if you want to know about any stock that you want me to talk about, or tell you about the short term trend. Thank you.